Thomas? Yeah. Simply all good? Ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Perfect. How tough is it to focus on CSGO right now with everything going on in your home country and with you living abroad?
It's okay. It's alright.
What are your expectations for this tournament? How are you feeling within the team?
We're feeling okay. We add 6 players to see how he's gonna practice with us. And overall, yeah, we expect to go as deep as possible.
Who is this player you have added?
You know, I don't remember his nickname.
NAVI Junior?
Yeah, he's from NAVI Junior, yes.
I can go.
So I would like to ask you a little bit about the crowd in Brazil. You talked about someone spitting at one of your players, and it's not really the first time that has happened in Brazil, with Major getting spit on in Sao Paulo. How did you all handle it at the time when it happened?
We just told to ESL, and they got some security and people who, after first map, went together with us. That's it.
And in the quarterfinal against Furia, have you had time to go through what you think went wrong in that game and mentally reset coming into Blast?
It was hard to play. Sometimes we didn't hear the game. Sometimes we were panic in some situations, and I think Furia handled that better.
And do you feel that the seeding system has changed heading into the next major or the future majors? Because in the group stage, you played 3 best-of-1s against the number 2nd, number 3rd, and the number 5 ranked teams in Vitality, Team Liquid, and Cloud9. So heading into the future, would you like to see another seeding system to make sure that, you know, the better teams will get the weaker teams heading into the group stages?
Yeah, I would like to change it, because the Swiss system is becoming more boring for professional Counter-Strike.
Well, Valve switched up the map pool again, and there's now Anubis with active map pool, not in this event but later on. How do you feel about that? How do you feel about Dust leaving us again?
It feels weird when they leave maps like Ancient. They don't change Ancient at all. They don't understand. Like, it feels like sometimes stupid people working in Valve because they don't understand that city side is too op, and they add another new map with a lot of bugs. I mean, I like new map, the way the A and B side and mid, everything's fine, but there's gonna be a lot new bugs that they're gonna fix probably in half month, already after major, I guess. So it feels a bit weird. What I think about Dust 2, I don't care about Dust 2. I'm tired to play this map as well.
And a follow-up question for that. They also nerfed AVP, so did they also nerf s1mple?
No. I said 8 months ago or 9 that they need to change this up. You see, they hear me after 9 months, so it's nothing has changed, to be honest. It's only the way when you're alone on site and they're splitting you, and you cannot miss if you want to kill all 5.
s1mple, I'll bring it back to the Blast a little, because you have a long trip from Brazil. You had not too much time to prepare for the tournament. How did you spend this time? Like relaxing or preparing? How did you guys balance it?
I personally went to visit my family after 9 months, because they're in Warsaw right now, so I spent a few days with my family, and now we are all here practicing and trying to prepare for this event.
And do you feel that was something that you needed, like to see your family after all this time? Are you happy to see them again? They gave you some boost for your confidence so you can finish the year?
Yes, they gave me a boost. I felt like I needed this, yes.
Who do you think will become the best player of 2022?
What?
Who do you think will become the best player of 2022?
Nico.
Nico.
Yes.
How would you sum up your season 2022?
How?
How would you sum up your season? How are you satisfied?
It was 100% worse than the last one because we were winning every tournament, and overall just bad year. War started. Just I think it's bad year for a lot of people.
Since you said that s1mple is not nerfed along with AVP, do you think you are getting another tattoo?
What kind of question is this one? Yeah, I will draw 5 bullets on my body. Yeah.
Obviously, like you say, NAVI haven't had the best year this year. What do you think the team needs to do to get back to the kind of form you showed last year where you were winning all the tournaments?
I think the organization and team need finally to decide with what roster they want to continue in 2023, and it's the most important because when we won all tournaments last year, we had like 4 or 5 months together with our new players, and we were always practicing. We always had boot camps, and since the war started, there's no boot camps. There was hard practice. We removed players as well, and we will keep trying something new. So I think we just need time, and we need to understand with what roster we need to look in future.
Do you have any opinions on the roster? Like, do you have players you'd like to play with? Anything like that? Fair enough.
Hello.
Hi.
Philip from Sweden.
Hi, Philip.
Do you think you will switch to them for A4 now after the changes, or do you still think the silence is OP?
I'm still playing with silence. I feel like there's no difference if you hit in head. You know, you just need to hit few bullets in head. I checked all distance, like middle distance and long distance, and it's like the same damage when you hit head twice. But my teammates start to play with A4, so maybe on some maps I'll play A4, maybe on some A1.
Yeah, it could be situational for the map. The other guys covered the questions, but I have one about the map pool. Do you miss which map would you take back if you could take back a map?
I would take back Train, the best map. It was very balanced for T and CT. There was a lot of great strats with fast rounds in A and a lot of B executions, and I just don't understand why they removed it, and they still add in some new maps with bugs. For me, it's the secret. It's their secret, Valve's secret.
Yeah. Okay, one last question. They asked you about the 2022 best player. Who do you think will be the best player in 2023?
Oh, in 2023, hopefully me. Yeah.
I was waiting for that answer.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
So we talked a little bit about the AWP before, but I would like to have your opinion on the M4 silencer. It got nerfed in terms of the range modifier. Do you think that is the change that is needed to the silencer, or what would you have preferred that Valve did with it?
I think it's a bad update with changing the range damage, right? I think they just, I don't know, they just need to make it a bit more expensive. For example, like A4, 3.1K, or yeah, or maybe they should remove those five bullets just to be 20. I don't know, but it would be much better if they add price for this M4 for me.
So in a perfect world, let's say that you are the CEO of Valve, their CSGO department, and you can make any changes that you want to map pool, guns, adding new stuff to the game. What would you have done to make it the perfect competitive environment?
I would remove Ancient at Train, I would remove Anubis at Tuscan, I would remove Vertigo at Anubis. And I would upgrade and do a lot of updates on Anubis and Tuscan. and I wouldn't change train at all because it was perfect.
And the last question that I have is actually about electronic. How do you feel that his development has been going as agile now after some time?
I think he needs more time. I mean, other players need to support him as well and understand what he's trying to call in mid rounds or at the beginning.
Obviously, like you say, it's been a bit of a rough year, not just for what's happening in Counter-Strike, but obviously what's happening, in the real world, as it were. Have you enjoyed playing Counter-Strike this year professionally?
Yes, of course. Yes, of course I enjoy it because when you play Counter-Strike, you don't think about anything else. Just enjoying the game like before.
s1mple, I also can bring it back to the Blast because it's in your group you have Liquid that underperformed in the major, G2 that didn't even qualify it, and Fluxo that also didn't qualify it. Do you think it's the perfect group for NAVI to try to get out of this slump to get in a good mood for the end of the year?
I mean, I don't know. We saw the major. There was a lot of good teams as well who were ready to lift the trophy. But yeah, I think we have not that hard group, but still G2 had some time to prepare with, I think they have new coach. Yeah, with new coach and Liquid as well, they were getting better and better. So, and the first team who we played against, yeah, we practiced against them before Furia game in Brazil. We practiced them, so they played fine. So it's okay group.
Do you think CSGO is too random sometimes with these favorites dropping out of the major and making these huge upsets tournament after tournament?
No, I feel it was like only one tournament, and I feel it only can happen with some big stage, with important games, because everyone praised this tournament in Brazil. It's like there's gonna be 5,000, there's gonna be 15,000, and it felt like there was more and more pressure on this tournament for any team.
Right. Last question, guys. So I actually have one more. A couple of months ago, there were many players on Twitter being vocal about the player break change, and many players were complaining that they weren't able to have an input on whether they wanted that change or they wanted it to be on different dates. What's your take on it now, coming to the end of the year? Would you like it to be as the CSPK said, or would you have liked it to be on different dates?
I don't care about this player break at all. I don't understand why players complain about player break. If they want to take player break, they can call their organization and tell them, I want 1 month off. Why should I decide my player break, like better dates, if I'm deciding only for myself? When I want to go on some concert, right, or some festival. For example, it's in summer. For example, it's in June or July. I mean, I cannot tell everyone like we need to do player breaks those dates because I want to go to some concert. I think that they need to ask their organization, they need to ask for permission. I feel it's only one great, how you say this, player break, it's on winter. Because winter there's like Happy New Year, there's Christmas, there's time when you need to spend your time with family, I feel, yeah.